Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, I hope you enjoy the reading. This is a general life reading for your sign. Now we have here the 8th house. So the 8th house is to do with intimacy, and this is between committed partners. So this is normally in a love relationship, but it could also be in a marriage or a committed relationship. So it's how that relationship actually binds together. So union, how does that happen? How does that come together? The emotional and material resources are all tied up with the 8th house. Sexuality comes into the 8th house, and also secrets and mysteries, obsessions also come in. Anything erotic comes into the 8th house. Now you have got at the bottom Mercury, and at the top you've got Guinevere, true love. So I feel that somebody, if you are already with somebody, then this could be to do with your person. It could be a regeneration or a renewal, or there's some aspect that is being highlighted for you in the 8th house. But it could also be somebody new coming in. But it's saying that this person is special, this person you have a deep bond with. Now, it's possible that this person is a Capricorn, or the Capricorn energy is applying to other aspects of the cards. So it could be that, just take it as it resonates. But the Mercury energy coming in is I feel, to do with communication. Mercury is always about that, but it's also about perception, understanding, and also what you put out there. So all forms of communication come in with Mercury. It's also about hearing or listening. Now, because it's coming into the 8th house and you've got Guinevere, it could be that if this is a new person, that really the communication must be highlighted in this situation. So communication is going to be key. Also listening, paying attention, and being sincere. All of these things come in with Mercury. And being a Gemini, Mercury rules your sign anyway. So, sometimes with the Gemini energy, you can come across as a bit scattered or kind of gift of the gabby. You want to be sincere, you want to be honest with the Mercury energy, and you want to be clear about how you're communicating in this regard. Because this person, it says here, true love, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So normally this is indicative of a soulmate is either in your life already, and you're just regenerating that, because the 8th house can also be regeneration or renewal of that. Or perhaps you're just perceiving it and seeing it now. Perhaps you're really seeing that this person is in fact your soulmate. Or it could be that somebody is coming in and this is who they are to you. But it's also saying that your romantic nature, you're a very romantic person, but it's saying that your romantic needs have not been met previously, or you need to articulate or speak to your person about your romantic needs. And this is a mutual thing. Mercury is also listening, but also speaking. So I feel the two go hand in hand, and paying attention to detail, and talking about it, exchanging ideas, coming up with communications around all issues to do with the 8th house. 8th house is obviously also to do with monetary things as well. But it's normally to do with sexuality in a relationship, the monetary side, how's that all going to fit together in a union. But it can also be to do with birthing something, a new cycle or a new start. Or it could also be the regeneration or renewal of something, and or some aspect of the relationship. It can also be a change of cycle. In other words, some aspect of your life falls away and a new one comes in. So this could be previous relationships kind of fade into the background in comparison to this person. So, it's kind of like, why it didn't work out before because of this person coming in now. Could be that. But I feel this is about understanding. Mercury is always about the mind, taking things on board, perception, understanding, clarification, being clear, but also sincere and listening. Very, very important skills at this time. Now, it could also be, it's possible that with quite a bit of career energy going on, it could be that you're in a very serious frame of mind with the Capricorn energy, and it might be that you just need to bring a bit of fun in, because you've got fun here. So it could be that you just need to lighten things up with Mercury, bring in a sense of humor. Mercury is very much about that, bring in a sense of humor, lighten things up, make things fun and interesting, more social perhaps, or just more outgoing. Whatever the situation is, just apply it to your situation. Just be careful with Mercury in the 8th house. There could be a bit of gossip coming in. Just take the high road and let that go. Or it could also be receiving news about something or someone, this person possibly. It can also be, with the 8th house, things can rise up from underneath. So this could be sexual power or sexual passion for this situation, but it could also be aspects of your romantic nature which need to be addressed now, need to be expressed, and that's possibly why Mercury is going to stimulate those things coming out from underneath, things that have been hidden or not being revealed necessarily. It could also have been that possibly this person is a secret love, but now it's going to be coming out in some way, shape or form. All right, so then we've got the 9th house. The 9th house is about adventure, travel. Often it's international or long distance travel, but it's also about foreign things, foreign concepts, and this could be import, export, or learning or understanding about foreign concepts or cultures or people even. It could even be expanding. The 9th house is about meeting the world in some way, and this could be on an international level or a foreign level, getting the word out or doing promotions internationally, things like that. But it's how you meet the world, getting out and about. It's also about higher education, so this could be learning. Normally it's associated with university level or adult education. You could also be learning about the law or legal matters with the 9th house. Or you're involved in the law or a legal matter. The law may be your profession. But whatever it is, the 9th house has got a very expansive quality about it. As I said, it's got this adventure, risk-taking, exploration kind of quality, whether this is purely internal through your intuition and developing and seeking the truth in certain matters, or whether it's to do with your career or your aspirations, or whether it's physically actually going on an adventure. So internal or external, take it as you need it. It can also be about teaching and publishing. Journalism comes into this. Also to do with religion, belief systems and philosophies. You could be studying any one of those as well, or you could just be understanding concepts now in the greater world. All right, but I do feel it's also to do with aspirations that you have, or spiritual quests that you have, or something that you are wanting to take a risk on, or something you are expanding your knowledge in. And this could also be related to like pilgrimages or spiritual quests, things like that. But it does deal very much to do with wisdom and faith and the gaining of that, and also the holding of that, so that you are expanding in your knowledge. Any promotional work will also come into the 9th house. Now we've got at the bottom earth element stability coming in. And then we've got here Ericura blossoming. So she says you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. All right. So she's saying that, whatever cause or whatever it is that you're trying to do in this 9th house is going to take time and effort, consistent effort. But don't get frustrated with yourself or with the process, because it's kind of an unfolding. It's a blossoming that you are going through. And this takes nurturing and it takes commitment, So that's what she's talking about. She also does say that spending time in nature amongst flowers or flower essences, or spending time in that sort of world, whether it's essential oils or flower essences, may also be helpful to balance things at this time. But it could also be that cures and remedies may be needed through those systems like Bach flower remedies or something like that, or essential oils. It could also be that you may be learning something about that, but she deals very much with the blossoming in the floral kingdom and spending time there, and that's going to help you as well to balance things. But apart from that, it's the blossoming energy which she's talking about there. So now you have got at the bottom earth element stability. You've also, as I said, got the Capricorn energy. So I feel that this is about, certainly with Capricorn, having goals, having an ambition, or having a strategy or a plan or some kind of path that you want to set now and move towards. Whether this is from a relationship point of view, or to do with these other factors which we're going to get to now. But it's certainly saying that in this house and with the Capricorn, you could be meeting some very important people at this time. So the meeting and the greeting and the socializing, or getting out and about, or connecting with others internationally or foreign folk, or to do with publishing or teaching or journalism, whatever the situation is, law or university education, whatever it is, you're going to be meeting some very important people. And these are people, especially with the Capricorn energy, who are going to help you in some way. And the earth element is also indicated in that regard. It's saying that there are going to be people around you who are going to either escalate your aspirations or are going to assist you in some way to meet your desires and your goals. Earth element is also about stability. So it's saying that some stability is coming into this 9th house. This is slow-moving energy. Capricorn and the earth element is slow-moving energy. It's about building foundations for life. This is not fast-moving, quick, chop-chop kind of action. This is building brick by brick and having a plan. That's very much the earth element. It is also that you don't want to have so much earth that you become slow or heavy or bogged down. The earth element sometimes can test you in that regard, where it says to you, yes, you want to grow, and yes, you may be tested in some way in this house, but it could also be that you may need to just have an attitude of trying new things, or exploring new avenues, or looking at different ways of doing things, certainly because it's saying don't be afraid to take steps in a new direction with the earth element card. Okay, so don't be afraid to go in try something new, or go in a new direction. By all means, you can be methodical and you can be practical about it, but don't be afraid to take those steps. All right, so and just bear in mind that this is a slow moving energy. You've got to be patient, and you need to build up slowly, but it's certainly saying that stability is coming into you for you to this house, and it's going to be about creating better. It could also be money matters are consolidating at this time, and this is putting money aside for a rainy day. It's also consolidation for whatever it is you're trying to do in this 9th house. So it's generally your garden of possibilities, and how are you nurturing that, which is what the Aerocura blossoming is all about. How are you nurturing this area of your life which you've got something going on? How are you going to build that up for yourself? Now, we have also got the 11th house coming in here. So the 11th house is very much about the future, and what your aspirations are, your hobbies, your interests, and your innovation abilities. It's a very exciting kind of exploratory house from a experimental situation. It could also be technology, but it's very futuristic in its aspirations. It's also about humanitarian things. All things humanitarian come into the 11th house. It could also be about the world in general, global situations, global consciousness, collectives, and aspects around that, and the trends and movements in society, and tracking those. That may be relevant to what it is that you're doing for yourself, what business you're in, or what your career aspirations are, whatever. It could also be to do with a collective that you may be a member of. You may be a member of a wider collective, and you are seeing aspects here which are to do with generational healing, trauma, and basically gaining wisdom through pain. Now, the Chiron energy is about learning things that may be painful, but there's wisdom that's going to be gained through that. Sometimes it can be physical healing, actual physical healing, but it's more often than not to do with emotional healing of some sort. Now, this, as I said, could be on a collective level, or it could be very much to do with you specifically. And it's saying that there's some sort of healing that has to occur here before you can move forward. Now, as I said, it could be generational trauma. It could be to do with past life, or it could be to do with, so you may have come into this life with others from a past life as a group, because the 11th house deals with groups, and you may be working through that with these others. You may not even know them, but it could also be any kind of group endeavor, physical group endeavor that you may be involved in at this time. So you may be a member of an association or society or humanitarian interest, or whatever the situation may be. But there's healing that is required here, and it's diving deep, and it's about digging up aspects which have been suppressed or haven't been dealt with, and it sometimes can bring up repetitive cycles or repetitive behaviors Or you may be seeing this in the collective or in the global consciousness at this time. So take it as it resonates for you. But it could also be to do with building up contacts and networks at this time in something to do with the 11th house. So you could be meeting and greeting various types of people who are in this work. You could be helping the downtrodden in some way, or you could be part of a group or a society that does this, which helps with healing of individuals that may have been going through something that you have already been through. You know, you can help others by your wisdom and your knowledge that you've gained on your journey. So all of this is coming in with the Chiron. But it could also be to do with hospitals and prisons or any kind of institution or any kind of health facility. You may be involved there, and healing is coming in to do with that. You could be involved in that, counseling or something. But also Chiron deals with all natural therapies, remedies, and associated healing methodologies. Now this could be chiropractic, homeopathy, naturopathy, all of these things. Any one of these may be now rising up as a collective or coming into trend in the 11th house, and you may be tracking that at this time. So it could be coming in. You could also be visiting a place, a healing facility unexpectedly, or you'd be going there, whether it's for you or somebody else, and it's what you learn while you are there. Okay. Now, having said this, the 11th house is also about friendships. Okay, so this could be that you have a friend at this time who is assisting you. Now, this could be you are going through the chironic healing, and you are going through that, and it's somehow connected to a friendship or friends. Okay, so either you are going through that and others are coming in to assist you, or you are helping a friend who is going through various types of healings here, deep healings. Okay, this is, as I said, can be emotional healings from childhood or past life or whatever the situation may be, or it could just be a physical wound, and there were all kinds of circumstances that occurred around that physical wounding, and sometimes you have to go back to the physical wounding, look at all the circumstances around there to release the emotions attached to that, and then the healing becomes rapid. Okay, so all of these aspects are coming in. It says, Mary Magdalene, unconditional love, love yourself, others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So this could be, as I said, unconditional is very much associated with the 11th house. This is universal love. 11th house is the higher octave of Venus, so this is Venus's house, and personal love. This is more universal love, and that goes in beautifully with the unconditional love. So you may be applying these concepts in the 11th house from a collective, or it's a personal thing, or it could be related to a friend. There's a lot of ways that this can be coming in social groups, societies, or some sort of other group that you're involved with. But she's saying that unconditional love is giving love out, or giving things things out to others and not expecting a return. So, and it's also looking at various, it could be very troubling situations around you, or you may be looking globally and thinking, where are we headed? All of these aspects, but it's just understand that there's healing taking place, and just come back to the unconditional love, and read up about Mary Magdalene, the true story of Mary Magdalene, and understand what this is all about, and the legacy that she left behind with the Cathars and so on. So wonderful exploratory reading and learning that you can undertake when you follow that path. As I said, it could very well be to do with a friend. So either this friend is very supportive of you, or you are being supportive of your friend, or it could be other female or other people around you who are coming across as very loving and comforting and supportive, intuitive, and so on. So it could be, as I said, a feminine, maybe a feminine collective that you're a part of, or it could be a particular feminine, or it could be somebody else that has these qualities. It says here, it could also be that you are going through some healing, and all of these wonderful qualities of the Queen of Summer are starting to come out in you. Whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. We have both. You've got to be able to balance and access both, and then there's not much you cannot achieve, really. So Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. And this person is, if it's a person, is very soothing, very intuitive, can see your situation before you even open your mouth, very connected. And it says here, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, and then it's got in brackets, perhaps too much. So just be aware Also with the 11th house, it could be a friend or friendships, or a friend which is going through quite a lot of difficulty right now. Just be careful that you are giving, but you must give from a full cup. You can't give from an empty cup. So make sure that your boundaries are in, and that you are filling your cup up as well. So give to yourself, self-love and all that, and then you'll be able to give to others. And if this is to do with you and your own healing and self-worth, then this is what you're going to be accessing at some point in your journey currently. Now, it could also be that with the 11th house, it could also be that you are meeting others, contacts, or connecting with other people at this time who may very well be helpful for you, or you are learning from them. And this could also be to do with the Capricorn energy and the earth element. So this is about meeting others who are going to be very influential for you, and that could very well be the 11th house. Okay, this can bring in very supportive people, or people that are like, they like friends or family, but they are actually acquaintances or people that you contact, contacts that you have, and so on. We have also got balance coming in. So this is a major arcana, number 14, may be relevant for you. It says, take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So again, this taking your time energy with the earth element here to do with the 9th house, which we've already discussed, and this Capricorn energy. Take your time. This is having patience and working diligently. As I said, this blossoming energy, working diligently towards your cause or your goals that you have. It may also be that you are involved in a group or some sort of group setting, or it could be a society or an association. It could have humanitarian interests, or it could be that you are part of a collective. And this is about taking everyone's input into consideration. You may be looking at things globally. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. Okay, so all of this is coming in. So see how it comes in for you. But lastly, we've got Irene, peace. And it says, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So come back to this no matter what. There's dolphins in the background. There's a child there. There's abundance. So whatever is your situation, you may also be looking at starting a family with your person. Just take it as it resonates, but come back to peace. And she says, just come back to this, that your needs are being met. The universe has got your back, and just come back to this wonderful, peaceful state, and be in your unconditional love, and things will go much more smoothly for you. Now, just to note that Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces. It's already happening at end of December, and that will be carrying on into January. And I feel that, because Pisces is at an angle to Gemini, I feel that this is going to stimulate you in certain ways, or it could bring in a lot of Jupiter energy, which is very expansive. Jupiter rules the 9th house. So you could be expanding in all different ways, and it will be stimulation, and sort of it will stimulate you because it's at an angle, but it's in Pisces, which is all about dreams, spirituality, healing. Again, the healing is coming up. It's also about karma, and either overcoming it or working with it, or expansion in some way in that regard. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. If you want to stay on for the love reading that's following now, otherwise take care, and I will see you next time.